Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The national capital has a new engine. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Kejriwal and company managed to dislodge the BJP from the helm of affairs in the municipal corporation. It might not be the resounding victory or sweep it had predicted, but yes, they have managed to end the 15-year winning streak of the BJP. The atmosphere at the Delhi Aam Aadmi Party office was electric. Jubilant Aam Aadmi Party workers celebrated as Kejriwal and his top guns carried out the victory march. The AAP managed to secure 134 seats, just 8 above the majority mark, while the BJP bagged 104 seats. An emphatic Kejriwal declared that negative politics in the capital has come to an end. Listen in.
हमें दिल्ली को ठीक करने में सबके सहयोग की जरूरत है और खासकर हमें केंद्र सरकार की मदद भी चाहिए, केंद्र सरकार का सहयोग भी चाहिए। हम आज इस मंच के जरिए से मैं केंद्र सरकार से भी और खासकर प्रधानमंत्री जी से भी दिल्ली को ठीक करने के लिए आशीर्वाद चाहता हूं कि उनका भी, प्रधानमंत्री जी का भी और केंद्र सरकार का भी आशीर्वाद हमें चाहिए। मेरी सबसे अपील है सभी कैंडिडेट से, सभी पार्टियों से कि बस राजनीति आज तक की थी, आज तक जितनी राजनीति करनी थी कर ली। अब अपने को सबको मिलके काम करना है, सबको मिलके दिल्ली ठीक करनी है। इसमें मैं बीजेपी का भी सहयोग चाहता हूं, इसमें मैं कांग्रेस का भी सहयोग चाहता हूं, मैं सबका सहयोग चाहता हूं। तो दिल्ली के लोगों ने आज इस देश के अंदर एक बहुत बड़ा मैसेज दिया है कि पॉजिटिव राजनीति करो, नेगेटिव राजनीति बंद कर दो। 75 साल बीत गए इस देश को, 75 साल में हम पीछे रह गए। अब टाइम नहीं है, जनता बड़ी बेचैन हो रही है। अब अगर अपने को अपने देश को आगे ले जाना है, पॉजिटिव राजनीति करनी पड़ेगी, विकास की राजनीति करनी पड़ेगी। स्कूल, अस्पताल, बिजली, पानी, ये असल मुद्दे हैं जिसकी वजह से देश परेशान है, इनकी राजनीति करनी पड़ेगी। I love you too.
But what's important to note is that the BJP may have lost the MCD, but it managed to showcase its resilience in Delhi politics. The Saffron Party's vote share actually increased as compared to the previous MCD elections. There's at least a 2% jump in the vote share. The Aam Aadmi Party, on the other hand, won the majority of the seats, but there's a sizable chunk of 12% vote share that it lost as compared to the 2020 Assembly elections. The BJP swept 3 of the 4 wards in the Patparganj Assembly segment and all 3 in the Shakur Basti constituency held by the Aam Aadmi Party's heavyweights Manish Sisodia and Satyendra Jain. It lost all 4 wards in Transport Minister Kailash Gehlot's citadel of Najafgarh. Just hours after victory, there's a stunning charge by Manish Sisodia. He has claimed that the BJP's horse trading department is at work and it's trying to poach its councillors. The BJP says there are no takers for the Kattar Imandars, and it has also reminded the Aam Aadmi Party about the mayor hurdle. Listen in.
कि पहली बात, ये 30 सीटों का अहंकार किसका था? कौन शर्त लगाकर लिखने की बात कर रहा था? जनता ने, दिल्ली की जनता ने उसके अहंकार पर चोट की है। और मैं उनसे कहना चाहता हूं, अगर दिल्ली की जनता मेरे से नाराज होती, जिस 36% ने मेरे को म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन में बिठाया था, वो मेरे को पीछे लेके जाती। दिल्ली की जनता भाजपा के साथ है, इसलिए दिल्ली की जनता ने मेरे पहले वोट प्रतिशत में भी 10% की बढ़ोतरी की है और मेरे को 40% पर पहुंचाया है। और मैं दिल्ली की जनता का विनम्रता से हाथ जोड़कर धन्यवाद करता हूं। और मैं इसलिए भी धन्यवाद करता हूं कि उन्होंने केजरीवाल के अहंकार पे चोट की।
सत्येंद्र जैन के कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में 3 वार्ड बीजेपी जीत गई।
हाँ, सत्येंद्र जैन, मनीष सिसोदिया और दिल्ली के लोग ये जान रहे हैं कि जो भ्रष्टाचार किया है उस वहां पर क्या हालत होने वाली है।
And that brings me to the legitimate question on the Newshour tonight. is it AAP's victory or BJP's loss? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And joining me tonight, Manjinder Singh Sirsa, spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, Karan Verma, author, Lokesh Jindal, leader of the Congress party, Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst. But my first question goes to Huda Zariwala, political analyst, supports the Aam Aadmi Party. And Huda Zariwala, yes, the Aam Aadmi Party has got its double engine in Delhi, but is it in keeping with the expectations the Aam Aadmi Party had? Because the BJP is saying, compare it to the 2020 assembly polls, you actually have got a lesser share of the seats. And secondly, it's a very wafer-thin margin of about 8 seats. Secondly, the major big faces of the Aam Aadmi Party, ministers, in their own wards, there have been upsets taken over by the BJP. How do you take the message in the MCD polls?
Well, good evening. Thank you so much for the question. First off, a billion congratulations to all the winning councillors of not just the Aam Aadmi Party, but even the councillors of the BJP or Congress for that matter. A win is a win. Let us not discredit, the hard work behind every single councillor who has made it today. Now, that being said, Aam Aadmi Party obviously is well in its they deserve to celebrate the victory, because this is practically the first time that Aam Aadmi Party has won over a BJP setup. Now, this is an MCD, a local body election, but that being said, this victory is surely significant because, again, the tall standing leaders of the BJP, we had like 7 chief ministers, multiple MPs and MLAs from the BJP, campaigning for these very elections. So obviously, this holds a huge significance for Aam Aadmi Party. It is a party that has been in existence for perhaps just a decade, as opposed to BJP, which has been there since time immemorial. So the mandate of the people, the acceptance of the people, we humbly accepted and are extremely happy about the fact
Manjinder
that
Singh Sirsa ji, Huda Zariwala says a victory is a victory. Choti victory, badi victory nahi hoti. A victory is a victory. The margin may be thin, but the fact is that they are in the driver's seat. You are not. And after 15 years, the driving seat and the steering wheel has to be given to Arvind Kejriwal. How does that feel to you?
No, that is very true. Victory is always victory. But the thing is, we never said that it is not victory. It was Arvind Kejriwal who said that we will get 230 seats and I can bet for 220, first of all. Secondly, it's Arvind Kejriwal who said कि दिल्ली के लोगों ने इनकी राजनीति को नकारा. So the question is कि नकारा या नहीं नकारा. ऐसा जो अभी आप अपना डेटा दिखा रहे हैं, उसमें तो अगर हम आम आदमी पार्टी का बेस्ट टाइम भी देखें, उसमें से भी हमें आधा % बीजेपी को अपना वोट बैंक और बढ़ा है. और अगर हम निगम का चुनाव देखें 2017 का, तो उससे हमें 2% वोट बैंक और ज्यादा मिला है. और तीसरी बात अगर हम देखें, जैसे कि आपने भी ओपनिंग डिबेट में कहा कि जो मंत्री जिनके ऊपर करप्शन के चार्जेस लगे थे, उनके इलाके में से लोगों ने उनको बुरी तरह से हरा कर भेजा है. एंड थर्डली, मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली, कल की आप अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की वीडियो प्रेसी देख लीजिए, जब उनसे पूछा गया कि आपका दिल्ली के अंदर तो एग्जिट पोल में ये आ रहा और गुजरात के अंदर आपके एग्जिट पोल में सीटें नहीं आ रही, इन्होंने कहा कि नहीं, देखिए हमें परसेंटेज ऑफ वोट आ रही है, आप परसेंटेज ऑफ वोट गुजरात को आप इसको नेगेट नहीं कर सकते, वी आर गेटिंग अ परसेंटेज ऑफ वोट. अगर आप परसेंटेज की बात करते हैं, अगर आप मैंडेट की बात करते हैं तो सीट्स में है. अगर आप पब्लिक परसेप्शन की बात करते हैं तो परसेंटेज ऑफ वोट्स में है. इन परसेंटेज ऑफ वोट्स हमने अपने 15 साल की जो काम थे उससे मुकाबले 2% वोट फालतू ली, ये लगाकर कि हमने काम अच्छे किए हैं, हमारी नीतियां अच्छी हैं. अरविंद केजरीवाल का 20% वोट बैंक कम हुआ, क्योंकि इसमें नाविका जी आपको एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात याद रखनी होगी. दिल्ली का निगम चुनाव भी दिल्ली का है, दिल्ली का एमएलए का चुनाव भी दिल्ली का है। हम अरविंद केजरीवाल जी का लोकसभा में मुकाबले की बात नहीं करते, हमें पता है कि वहां पे स्टैंड नहीं करेंगे, इसलिए हम उनकी चर्चा भी नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि वो मोदी जी का चुनाव है। हम अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को उसमें नहीं लाना चाहते, ठीक बात है, उनकी वोट कम होगी, स्वाभाविक है। लेकिन ये दोनों चुनाव अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने अपने चेहरे पे लड़े हैं। और दिल्ली में एक स्लोगन लिखा उन्होंने, दिल्ली में अरविंद केजरीवाल की सरकार और निगम भी अरविंद केजरीवाल का। तो अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने कहा दिल्ली में भी मैं हूं,
the number, the vote share when compared to 2020 is down, and that really should be a matter that should worry the Aam Aadmi Party, number one. And number two, exit polls showed a much wider gap, but the BJP hasn't lost by that much of a margin. The points that have been put out by Mr. Sirsa. Respond to those.
Is the question directed at me?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Right. So Aam Aadmi Party has definitely created a significant impact by defeating the BJP or getting more seats than the BJP who's been in power for the past 15 years. And why these elections are significant? Because the budget of these MCD elections is 15,000 crores annually. Now this is not some small election. I mean, yes, it may be a local body. It may be a local body election. It may be a local body election.
This is open admission of budgets at 10%, 5%. What is it? What is the budget?
The headlines for the Aam Aadmi Party have been declared by Huda Zariwala, Dr. Anand Ranganathan. Number one, they have in a direct contest defeated the BJP. So that's the big headline कि BJP को हराया हमने, 8 सीटों से हराया, डजंट मैटर, पर बीजेपी को हराया हमने। और दूसरा, बजट पर हमारा कब्जा हो गया। Now that is the most important point.
Delhi's budget is the only budget which is not at law.
Allow Dr. Anand Ranganathan to come in, Huda Zariwala. Yeah.
Yes, no, good evening, Navika, and good evening to all my fellow panelists, and heartiest congratulations to Aam Aadmi Party and Miss Huda. As she correctly says, there is nothing called badly bruised if you win, and a win is a win. I completely believe that. So congratulations to Aam Aadmi Party. I think this is a real body blow to Modi going into 2024. I don't think he'll be able to recover. और MCD इलेक्शन तो झांकी है, अभी तो RW इलेक्शंस बाकी हैं, क्या करेंगे मोदी जी? No, but to be serious, I think it is a touch embarrassing to be micro-analyzing even MCD municipal elections, given that 40 seats were decided by a margin of less than 1,000. So it could have gone either way, that's a fact. But there are two issues here, two major issues, important ones. Number one, many people are saying कि especially BJP people are saying कि अब केजरीवाल के पास कोई एक्सक्यूज नहीं है काम करने का, क्योंकि एमसीडी भी अब उनकी हो गई है। तो मैं उनको ये बता दूं कि पंजाब में भी लोगों ने यही कहा था कोई एक्सक्यूज नहीं है, आप काम करेंगे। लेकिन आपने देखा कि स्टबल बर्निंग में क्या हुआ, there were 50,000 farm fires this year alone when AAP was in control in Delhi as well as in Punjab. तो अरविंद केजरीवाल doesn't worry about excuses, doesn't worry about इन सब चीजों के नहीं है, वो उससे ऊपर उठ चुके हैं। नंबर टू, if you were to microanalyze this, Navika, and Tehseen will bear me out on this, the minority vote has actually shifted substantially back to the Congress because people are fed up, especially the Muslims in Muslim localities are fed up of Kejriwal. He has been portraying himself as Chota Modi. Now, he is like Ajay Devgan in Phool Aur Kaante right now. He is straddling two bikes that are progressively veering away from each other. एक तरफ छोटा मोदी हिंदुत्व, दूसरी तरफ मुस्लिम अपीजमेंट, एंड देयर इज नथिंग टू बी गेन्ड आउट ऑफ इट एक्सेप्ट ग्रॉइन इंजरी. सो नाउ ही हैज टू डिसाइड कि या तो अपीजमेंट करे या छोटा मोदी बने और लक्ष्मी जी पार्वती जी के नोट्स पे लाए अपना वो, या हनुमान चालीसा करवाए, या बड़े बड़े फ्लैग्स लगवाए, या दूसरी तरह अपीज करे, बिकॉज ऑल दोज कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसीज where Muslims were in majority have moved away from Kejriwal and back to Congress. And number three, Navika, now just very 10 seconds. You know, this thing about MCD being important, let me tell you, BJP deserved to lose, and I don't know whether anybody deserves to win, because you and Tehseen, while might be living in Lutyens, you know, which is controlled by NDMC, but the plebs like us have been suffering MCD irrespective of any party controlling it for 20 years. तो आपने तो आज तक जिंदगी में पॉट होल्स देखे नहीं है, स्पेशली गोज फॉर तहसीन, लेकिन हमने तो रोड्स नहीं देखी हैं. तो दिस वाज अ वेल डिजर्व्ड विन. आई कांग्रेचुलेट आप, बट एज फार एज इट promising now it will do some good work, I seriously doubt it.
I seriously object to your claim that I live in Lutyens, Delhi. I definitely don't live in Lutyens, Delhi. And the road outside my house has the largest potholes anywhere in Delhi. And neither of the parties have been able to resolve that issue for me. And I've tried calling up everybody for that. But may be that as it may. हमारा तो वहाँ No. The point is that I seriously object to you calling me a prani of Lutyens, Delhi. But let me come to the real Lutyens, Delhi party, which is the Congress party. And the Congress party. All the votes that seem to be going away from the Congress party seem to be landing in the झोली of आम आदमी पार्टी. तो मैं ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि आप तो कर रहे हो भारत जोड़ो और केजरीवाल कर रहे हैं कांग्रेस का वोट बटोरो, तो ये बीच में कांग्रेस का अस्तित्व क्या है? What does the Congress stand for anymore?
Navika, first of all, congratulations to Aam Aadmi Party for winning the MCD polls. But then we need to look at a larger issue over here. MCD was created because NDMC, SDMC, they were always having budgetary problems. There was always problem of finance. But the Aam Aadmi Party models of distributing freebies is something which is not pragmatic when we are talking about municipal corporations. So although they have won the municipal corporation elections, but when we are talking about delivery, it will have a tough time. What is happening in Punjab is now going to happen in Delhi.
Mr. Jindal, it's
Congress when we are talking about.
Mr. Jindal, it's nobody's case. Nobody has appointed the Congress party to resolve their problems. The Aam Aadmi Party will take care of their own problems. आप तो हमें ये बता दीजिए कि आप इतने स्पीड से अपना वोट शेयर हारते कैसे हैं? Because that is a study in political science that everybody wants to understand.
What happens is, like what is happening in Gujarat right now is the BJP is politically engineering independent candidates so as to contest elections. It is giving them all finances so that Congress candidate doesn't win. It is exploitation of first past the post system. It is not only that the Congress is losing its share. It is use of muscle, it is use of institution, it is misuse of all forms of provision. Even Supreme Court had objected that the election commissioner is being appointed without any form of a protocol. So when we are talking about... we all know when Goel was appointed as the chief election commissioner.
But did you appoint election commissioners following some protocol?
And now even Supreme Court is being coming to a loggerheads with that of the parliament.
So now the constitution is a problem, the election commission
constitution is not the
appointments
problem.
are a
The manner
problem.
in which the present government
The
is
problem
functioning
is
is the
the Aam Aadmi Party's promises. The problem
We
is
are
definitely
congratulating
not...
Aam Aadmi Party.
No, the problem is definitely not the Congress party. Hands are going up. Anand Ranganathan wants to come in and then I'm coming to you, Karan Verma.
I expected this from, AAP, because traditionally AAP has been the one who's been accusing election commissions and voting machines and all those things. But I am shocked as my good friend Mr. Jindal is now, slandering the election commission. Please apologize right now.
First of all, when I'm talking about election commission, it has the moral, legal, constitutional obligation so as to make sure that elections are free and fair. The Prime Minister himself is carrying out a road rally on the day of the election. Now, it is a blatant disregard for the model code of conduct. Election Commission is required to lay down guidelines so that misuse of money, misuse of muscle.
May I please remind you, when Times Now was launched, it was the first story that we did in 2006 January. 1 minute, Anand Ranganathan. The election commissioner appointed by the UPA Sarkar at that time actually used MP-led funds to finance his own NGO. Now that was protocol and transparency by the Congress party in the appointment of election commissions.
We cannot give legitimacy to what's happening now by citing some form of a past incident. What I mean to say is free and fair election stands to the root of democracy. Now, election commission is a bulwark of democracy.
So you are saying you got only 9 seats in the MCD elections because the election commission is wrong, and Mr. Arvind Kejriwal got 134 seats because election commission favored him. Because election commission favored him.
We accept the mandate of the masses.
Then,
in fact,
matter close.
We are humble.
Matter close.
humble.
Matter
One
closed.
doesn't stop us
Karan
from
Verma,
anything.
matter closed. If
Correct.
there is a
Correct,
different
10
party that is winning and the incumbent is the BJP and still the votes are against the BJP and the election is fair, what can be fairer than this, Karan Verma?
There was no VVPAT this time by the State Election Commission.
फिर भी तो जीत गए ना अरविंद केजरीवाल.
You know, Navika, you know, whenever I hear Lokesh or any of the Congress spokespersons speak these days, all I can think of is a शेर ताउम्र यही गलती करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पे थी, आईना साफ करता रहा. They will continue casting aspersions on every institution, whether it's the election commission, whether it's the media, whether it's the narrative, but they will never look within. अरे आप compete तो करो, you've become an NGO. भारत जोड़ो यात्रा आप निकाल रहे हो मध्य प्रदेश में, लड़ाई यहाँ पर चल रही है, लड़ाई गुजरात में चल रही है. तो you have stopped competing.
कन्या से कश्मीर तक हम पैदल चल रहे हैं, लोगों से जुड़ रहे हैं. We are connecting with people. We are there for the people. Right from farmers, tribals, poor, downtrodden, everyone we are there with.
You have been totally decimated. You have been decimated in Delhi.
We will rise again.
Tomorrow you will be decimated in Gujarat. You wait and watch.
We are not short on our
You have stopped fighting.
Our dedication towards the nation.
वो करते हैं जो लड़ते हैं सर. आपने लड़ना ही छोड़ दिया है.
हमने कोई लड़ाई नहीं छोड़ी है सर.
आप एक एनजीओ बना लो, आप आरएसएस से लड़ो.
हमने लड़ना नहीं छोड़ा है सर.
पॉलिटिक्स छोड़ दो.
हम इस देश को बचाते रहेंगे.
आंसर करो. You have left politics.
तहसीन पूनावाला, I want to ask you.
ये अपने को नहीं बचा पा रहे, देश को क्या बचाएंगे?
Exactly the point the people of India are asking. कि भाई, what is the Congress doing? What is it doing? Is it in the fray anymore? 9 seats out of a 250, 0 in the assembly. I mean, are you serious political party?
At the onset, I'd like to congratulate the Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal ji, very graceful in his victory, and also to the BJP, a very good fight despite all exit polls saying that they would not do so well. And today I concede that I think I'm very concerned, and I am very concerned about what happened in Delhi with the Congress, because this is a state, and you know, you've interviewed Sheila ji a number of times. She's governed it very well. It changed the face of the Congress. So I'm very concerned. And since we're also discussing along with elections movies, as Anand put in, I think the Congress has almost become like Mr. India, where it's disappeared, except that nobody is singing for the Congress. Kehni thi tumse jo dil ki baat. I love you. Nobody is asking the Congress to come. Now, we can say anything for the Congress, but I think the Congress needs to pause and ask itself some fundamental questions. 3 terms in Delhi, changing the face of Delhi, visible development that could be showcased not just to India but globally. Why is the Congress in this position? And let me just analyze this very quickly. Number 1, arrogance of the party. Number 2, associated with left loonies. The more this party is associated with left loonies, the problem is centrists like me started looking right. You have to get out of these left loonies. Some left loonies now become a spokesperson for Bharat Jodo. There's another left loony university leader who's supposed to be the second tallest leader after Rahul ji. I mean, you cannot be associated with left loonies. Number 3, what is the agenda of the Congress? You have to put that before viewers. You cannot keep saying this is wrong, that is wrong. Look, I don't agree with Aam Aadmi Party. I definitely don't agree with BJP. But they have something to tell the viewers. They come on time. There is something that they have to say. What are we standing for? We have to put that out before the viewers.
You are standing for Modi hate, my friend.
So now, and what happens
is that a formula for winning elections?
That's my last line that I want to tell you. This morning on another TV channel, the Congress spokesperson was rejoicing. Not an intelligent one like Mr. Jindal. There's another spokesperson. He was rejoicing, and I asked him, "Kya hua?" He said, "BJP हार रही है." मतलब BJP हार रही है, आप क्यों खुश हो रहे हो? आपका घर जल गया, आप उनकी बर्बादी पे खुश हो रहे हो? और वो बर्बाद में उनका वोट शेयर बढ़ा है. So I think Congress needs to pause. It has to understand one thing as a cephalogist, as somebody who understands politics. The Congress loses when a third party comes up. Its fight is with the BJP. So stop, celebrating these third parties coming up. It's making the Congress irrelevant. If what happens in Gujarat tomorrow and the BJP and the AAP gets 15% vote share, I'm not even going with the Times Now vote share of 24%, the Congress will have a serious problem in Karnataka. The Congress has to wake up and smell the coffee. It's important for the Congress to do it. And I'm saying this because I want to vote for the Congress.
Well, Anand Ranganathan, they needed to wake up and smell the coffee in 2019. 2022, too late for the Congress to do that?
प्रॉब्लम है ये कॉफी भी इनकी डीकैफिनेटेड है, असर ही नहीं हो रहा है. बट नाविका, आई वांट टू मेक 3 points. Yeah, decaf. 3 points. Number 1, you see, I'm quite excited by what Tehseen has said, but Tehseen, please remember कि एक मयान में 2 तलवारें नहीं रह सकती. There is already a Poonawala in BJP, so please, BJP doesn't.
I will never come to BJP.
Number 2, no.
I cannot dislike them more. वो पूना वाला doesn't talk to me.
You are from the Vadra family and you are not going to go to the BJP. दोनों तरफ से if you are burning your bridges, तुम्हारा होगा क्या?
बस मैं time पर होगा.
You know, to come back to the serious issue. Now, you know, I absolutely objected to my good friend Lokesh slandering the Election Commission. Let me remind him that only one person was actually indicted by the Shah Commission post-emergency. And that person was made as the Chief Election Commissioner by the Congress Party. Mr. Chawla, तो आप तो चुप ही रहिए इस मामले में. Number 2, Tehseen, who also is a Congress supporter at least till tonight, he just day before yesterday on Navika show, he did not find anything wrong in what Mr. Modi did in the road show. And finally, Tehseen, I take your point very well that you're castigating Congress, but आप जो मेन मुद्दा है उससे हमेशा उठ जाते हो. और आपने फिल्म के पैरेलल्स लिया, मैं आपको एक फिल्म का देता हूं. यू आर लाइक अमिताभ बच्चन इन शोले. बार बार जो कि टंकी पे चढ़ा हुआ राहुल गांधी है, उसका रिश्ता लेके नाविका के पास मौसी समझ के उसके पास आते हो रिश्ता लेने. से what has to be said, that Rahul Gandhi cannot be in Congress anymore or Congress cannot be with Rahul Gandhi anymore. Say it.
लेकिन शोले पिक्चर में बसंती तो धर्मेंद्र के साथ गई थी, और you have to wait and watch how things they fold.
Oh, so their Basanti is around the corner, and I'm definitely nobody's Mausi right now. But Sirsa ji, the question here is, and this is what the Aam Aadmi Party is celebrating tonight. They are celebrating that म्यूनिसिपल चुनाव थे, लेकिन ये पहला कॉन्टेस्ट था जहां बीजेपी और आम आदमी पार्टी हेड टू हेड थे, और इसमें उसने बीजेपी को हराया. इस स्टेटमेंट को बीजेपी कैसे देखती है?
देखो, अभी तहसीन पूना वाले ने वही बात कही. अगर आपको याद हो, ये थोड़ी देर पहले दूसरे चैनल पे डिबेट में मैंने नाविका जी आपको पंजाबी की एक कहावत सुनाई थी. भगवान ने पूछा किसी को, मैं बहुत खुश हूं, बता मैं कुछ देना चाहता हूं, पर मेरी भी एक शर्त है. क्या शर्त है? जो तुझे दूंगा तेरे पड़ोसी को डबल दूंगा. बोला जी मेरी आंख फोड़ दो. बोला वो क्यों? कह रहा पड़ोसी की दोनों फोड़नी टूटनी चाहिए. कांग्रेस का वो हाल है. अभी तहसीन ने बता तो दिया कि कांग्रेस को तो इस बात का शौक है कि हमारी आंखें फूट जाएं, उसकी चाहे दोनों चले जाएं. हमारी सारी वोट जो है वो बीजेपी को, आप आम आदमी पार्टी को डाल दो, बीजेपी की एक सीट कम कर दो, हमारी चाहे सारी की सारी ले जाओ. एंड ये तो एक उन्होंने एमओयू किया, म्यूचुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग का एक रिटन एग्रीमेंट हुआ कि भाई आप हमारा हिमाचल छोड़ दीजिए. तो अरविंद केजरीवाल फटाफट अपना सामान बांध कर हिमाचल से भागे. दिल्ली में आप हमें वोट डलवा दीजिए. वो सामान अपना दिल्ली में लेकर वोट डालकर राहुल गांधी दिल्ली छोड़कर भागे. और उसने कहा भैया दिल्ली और हिमाचल के बीच में गुजरात भी रखना पड़ेगा. वो क्या बोला? 50-50 करेंगे. जहां हम दौड़ेंगे वहां तुम नहीं दौड़ोगे, जब तुम दौड़ोगे वहां हम नहीं दौड़ेंगे. अब इस सारे काम में क्या हुआ? राहुल गांधी की दोनों आंखें चलेगी. इंतजार इस बात का कर रहा है कि हमारी एक गई या कि नहीं गई. ये लड़ाई, और इससे ज्यादा लड़ाई कुछ नहीं है.
Lokesh Jindal, it's a serious charge. It's a serious charge. Is the Congress party now ceding space just to protect some places for themselves and doing these mutual understanding?
No, absolutely not. See, fundamentally, ideologically,
मतलब आपके हिस्से में ये भी नहीं है कि कोई आप स्ट्रेटजी कर लें.
आम आदमी party as a political party is disastrous for the country. I mean, the manner in which it has not been able to have a coherent ideological point of view, the way its policies, although in the short run, is able to gain political advantage, but in the long run, it is disastrous for the country.
In long run, we are all dead.
No, I understand that, but we cannot put at stake the future of the
said in the long run, we are all dead.
We cannot compromise upon the future. Now, this entire Aam Aadmi party is a greater threat to the unity and integrity of the country. Now, what is this party? At one point of time, it becomes the rightist, says Ganesh or Lakshmi ki photo lagaiye. At another point of time, it is with Bhagat Singh, who was an atheist. And at other point of time, it is talking about freebies. And suddenly, it has no plan with respect to the grassroots level. It has no plan with respect to farmers, tribals. बस जुमलेबाजी हो रही है. एक पॉन्जी स्कीम लगा रखी है. जैसे हेरा फेरी में है ना कि आप आज पैसा लगाओ, अगले हफ्ते डबल और ट्रिपल हो जाएगा. तो
The charge, of course, let me simplify and collate this for you. The charge against the Aam Aadmi Party is A, it is anarchist, and B, you have to take the lesson that has been given because you have lost seats in the areas where there were corruption charges against your senior leaders. in Manish Sisodia's bastion, in Kailash Gehlot's bastion, in Satyendra Jain. You cannot. जनता आपको वोट दे रही है पर साथ में EWS दे रही है, अर्ली वार्निंग सिग्नल भी दे रही है. वो सिग्नल आप पढ़ रहे हैं क्या?
Navika ji, I'd like to respond to that, and please allow me a few seconds by mentioning something personal, which is definitely not relevant to the debate today, but it will explain the significance of people like me associated to Aam Aadmi Party. So my real uncle, my real Mamu, Dr. Aziz Qureshi, who was the ex-governor of 3 different states, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Mizoram, was obviously, an age-old Congress leader. Bawajud uske, I choose to join the Aam Aadmi Party. I choose to be associated with the Aam Aadmi Party. So this is what Aam Aadmi Party stands for. People like me who want to vote for change. People like me who want to see better things happening for the betterment of the country, for the betterment of the citizens. We vote for education. We vote for health. We vote for all the policies that stand for democracy, for the people of not just Delhi, Gujarat, or any other state that we are able to contest it. And then again, budget of Delhi is the only budget jo munafe mein hai. That is the only budget in all the states and union territories of India wherein corruption is at the least. Let us not forget the model of Mohalla Clinic has been
Navika,
approved by the United
Nations.
Aam Aadmi Party has given a model of education,
My friend, the question to you is, what's the lesson in the Aam Aadmi Party losing?
Navika.
Losing seats in the corruption charges leaders, bastions. Why are you not answering that?
Yes, I'm coming to that. So all the negative publicity, all the negative perception that was created by the BJP to taint the image of Aam Aadmi Party, be it Manish Sisodia's case,
so only negative publicity has made the people believe the BJP. Sirsa ji, Huda Zariwala कह रही हैं कि लोगों ने आपकी बात सुन ली, आपने इतनी नेगेटिव पब्लिसिटी की थी, इसीलिए कुछ जगहों में उन्होंने सीटें गवा दी. तो कहीं ना कहीं तो दिल्ली में लोग आपकी बात सुन रहे हैं.
नहीं, हुडा जरीवाला को नहीं, हमारी बात पूरी सुन रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. मैंने बताया हमारी लोग बात सुन रहे थे, इनकी बात कांग्रेस ने सुन ली. मैंने आपको आगे भी नाविका जी बताया, लोगों ने तो हमारी बात ही सुनी है. पर प्रॉब्लम क्या हो गया कि जो केजरीवाल है उसने कांग्रेस ने उसकी बात सुन ली और राहुल गांधी इसलिए खत्म हो गए. लोग हमारी बात सुन रहे हैं और इनको ये याद करा दो, हमारा ये प्रोपोगंडा नहीं है. सत्येंद्र जैन जेल में इसलिए क्योंकि उनको बेल नहीं मिली, और बेल इसलिए नहीं मिली क्योंकि कोर्ट ने कहा कि इन्होंने करप्शन का पैसा काले को सफेद करने की कोशिश की है. ये मैं नहीं कह रहा, जज साहब ने कह रहे हैं. और जिसको ये भारत रत्न दे रहे थे, लोगों ने उसको 3 सीटें हरा के घर पर भेज दिया. अभी ये बता रहे थे हमारा सरप्लस बजट है. अभी इनको पहले बताओ, मुझे बड़ा दुख होता है जब मैं ऐसे देखता हूं, यार बिना सोचे बोले जाते हैं. अरे दिल्ली पुलिस का पैसा केंद्र सरकार दे रही है, सारी यूनिवर्सिटियों का पैसा केंद्र सरकार दे रही है, दिल्ली के अंदर सारे हॉस्पिटल RML से लेके सफदरजंग से लेके एम्स से लेके केंद्र की सरकार दे रही है. दिल्ली के अंदर कोई एग्रीकल्चर का बजट नहीं है क्योंकि एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्ट्री नहीं है. दिल्ली के अंदर पावर जो है 150 किलोमीटर के अंदर सारा खत्म हो जाता है.
दिल्ली के अंदर जो आज ही शुरू हो गया है, डॉक्टर आनंद रंगनाथन, इज द इशू ऑफ मिस्टर अरविंद, इज द इशू ऑफ मिस्टर मनीष सिसोदिया's tweet. He says the BJP is already targeting their councillors, and the net has been spread wide to take away, and they're already worried about the wafer thin margin that they have.
Navika, using your platform from one Punjabi to another, I beg your indulgence at least a couple of minutes, because I really want to expose what Ms. Huda has said is this Manish Sisodia's brilliant education model. So can I please have 1.5 minutes, not even 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes. It's important.
Well, only because you have a Punjabi wife, you can take the time.
You know, I have a Punjabi wife.
Look, if Miss Zariwala,
yes sir.
Miss Zariwala, if Manish Sisodia deserves the Bharat Ratna for his education model, then I'm afraid Hafiz Saeed deserves the Gandhi Prize for promoting peace and non-violence. And the Taliban deserves the UNESCO Prize. No, please don't.
You can't compare apples with oranges.
I did not interrupt you. Navika, ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. ये तो आपने पंजाबी
आप बोले. Please. पंजाबी है तो इतनी लड़ाई तो करनी पड़ेगी.
Okay. This so-called education model that is being trumpeted by Ms. Huda and AAP through massive ad spend that, by the way, has increased by 4,273% over the last 10 years. ये कह रहे थे एक भी newspaper ad नहीं दिया हमने. Last year, for example, Delhi government spent 480 crores just on ads. And for this education model, 4 years into AAP government, the sanctioned strength of 66,736 teachers in Delhi government schools. Only 21,926 were filled by regular teachers. As of March 2022, 50% of trained graduate teaching positions in Delhi are lying vacant. Out of 1,027 Delhi government schools, 824 are functioning without a principal. AAP promised 20 new colleges, opened only one. According to the UIDSC plus 2020 report, Delhi has one of the worst pupil-teacher ratios at the primary level, 33:1. It also has one of the worst dropout rates amongst the states and UT, as high as 20%. Congress ruled Punjab at dropout of 1.5% finally. There is a 12% decline in students who passed their 10th compared to last year. ये सब चीजें मिस्टर सिरसा को देनी चाहिए थी, लेकिन मैं दे रहा हूं क्योंकि मुझसे रहा नहीं गया. इतना झूठ बोल रही हैं हुडा जी.
Well, but
may I respond to that?
Okay, respond, Huda Zariwal.
Navika ji, Aam Aadmi Party Delhi education model has been appreciated not just in India. It has been appreciated internationally. Let's not forget. Have you visited the government schools of any place that is not Delhi?
Rebut even one fact. I gave you 7 facts.
Okay.
Rebut even one. Direct challenge.
Okay. I'm
it's where all it has been printed. New York Times, yes or no, doesn't really matter. Tehseen Poonawala. The question tonight is, tonight is not the time to question the, education model, hospital model, health model. The fact is they've won, but the charge has been made that councillors are being bought. Do you buy that theory, or is it once again another shagufa that has been left by the Aam Aadmi Party because that's the way it is?
I think that's just the way it is, and I think everybody...
Because for the previous time we don't have any evidence. These charges have been made in the past.
Because Mr. Sisodia claimed that he was offered in a bribe to go away the BJP, and that is a criminal offence for which he's still not registered in FIR. And so the so-called Bharat Ratna for Mr. Sisodia's education model, the CAG report says that toilets were converted into classrooms. So what Anand did not say, I'll say, if Mr. Sisodia should get a Bharat Ratna for the education model, then the Taliban deserves some model for women's rights. That's what Anand, you were trying to say. But let's come to the facts of it. Arvind Kejriwal has won. He is going to get the mayor of Delhi, and now he's run out of excuses. Yamuna needs to be clean, the streets need to be clean, and Arvind Kejriwal needs to deliver. Coming on Times now and saying that the budget of Delhi is positive, all you need to do, and Navika ji fact check me, is see their budget during Sheila ji's time, it was more positive. At the all, it's actually gone in a loss with their Sharab model. They promised Pathshala, they gave everybody Pathshala. Please don't do that.
Stop living in the past is my only request to the Congress party. Yes, बहुत कुछ था भारत में, दूध और शहद की नदियां बह रही थीं, पर वो समय भी निकल गया और आप काफी सालों से बाहर बैठे हुए हैं. अब थोड़ा सा जाग जाइए, क्योंकि the fact of the matter is Arvind Kejriwal's gain is the Congress's loss. Also, the fact is that what it experienced in terms of an advantage in Delhi, will it repeat that in Gujarat and Himachal tomorrow? That will be the test for the Aam Aadmi Party. And tonight, of course, the victory is as sweet as it states, because, yes, a win is a win, and Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party has just demonstrated. But should we just say it's a municipal election, or does this have a larger political message? Well, the jury out on that one. Thank you very much to my panelists, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 1. But on